Hello, welcome to another episode here on our podcast. So, Luke, do you feel as excited as I am?
Of course, always excited to be here and to do another show with yourself and our viewers.
And as a reminder, this podcast will be on both of our channels, LLCrypto and KDevCat. And again, we'll put a link to our channels in the description below. So for this episode, we are going to talk about why crypto matters and what you have to say on the topic, Luke.
Yeah, so I mean, crypto matters a lot, and that's what we're going to go through in this episode. How you can be the owner of your own wealth, basically. No bank owns your crypto. Also, faster transactions, security, etc. in crypto. So that's what we're going to look at in the episode, and also take a jump into other altcoins that we're going to look at, because in the first episode we spoke about Bitcoin a lot, but in this episode we're going to look at the genres of altcoins which are out there. So
yeah, I mean, why crypto matters, I guess it also goes back to the beginning of how this crypto started. So when this crypto started, it was because they wanted to be more in control of their money. So the traditional finance was crashing, and then people said, well, that's been the case. Let's create a different world where people could be more in control of their assets. So that's how they started with Bitcoin, but then after it evolved to other coins. So, I mean, it's kind of, interesting to see how crypto has evolved, not only to be only digital money, but it has also evolved to have different application. And that's why this discussion about crypto money or crypto asset, it needs not to be a discussion of a few people. It needs to be a discussion of everybody, because it encompasses different application and can impact the life of almost everybody, given all the applications that there are today with crypto. So that's why crypto, it matters a lot, because it involves economy, but not only.
Yeah, and I forgot as well, the decentralization of it is so important. That's what the whole point of Bitcoin being created is to be decentralized. So we'll also look at that as well. Because like you said, and we've said in the previous video, Bitcoin crypto was created because of the financial crisis, not just the financial crisis of 2008-9, but also if you go back, over the last 100 years, how many financial crises have we had?
Yeah, it's true. Nobody knows exactly if the financial crisis of 2008, if this is what prompted people to create Bitcoin, or if it just was an accelerator of this trend. But it's true, but this crisis that happened in 2008, it was just what Bitcoin needed. It's good, just gave the momentum to this crypto world.
It's probably the last drop in the bucket, or the straw that broke the camel's back. The 2008, 2009, it's probably Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever it was, like we said in our previous video, or a group of people. Probably wasn't just because of that, but the series, when you look back at over the last 100 years, we had the Great Depression in 1929 to 1939. We had other recessions in the 80s, the dot-com bubble. And so it was like a build up, and then Bitcoin was created. So it's having this decentralization, Bitcoin. Again, we have to be careful with altcoins as well, because whatever we say is not financial advice, of course, but you have to look, is it truly decentralized?
That's an interesting question. I guess we can also make another video, like another podcast, where we really look at it and say, well, it's true, people wanted at the beginning to have a decentralized world, but is this really as decentralized as people had wanted at the beginning? I guess it's a good question.
Yeah, and even not just with crypto, but the exchanges as well. How to keep your crypto safe if you're new to the space? Do you keep it on exchanges, etc., etc.? So there's a fine line between centralized, decentralized, etc. But like you said, we can look at that as another moment. So thinking in terms then of why crypto is important. Why is it important for you or for people out there?
Yeah, I think that when people think about crypto, they think directly about the money application. But another application of crypto is what we call NFT, which stands for non-fungible tokens. And the way I like to think about NFTs is the fact that thanks to these crypto tokens, it can be possible to uniquely identify objects in our world. So we can think about copyrighted music, copyrighted videos, but the application is just as broad as you can think about it. So this makes the topic about crypto a topic that could interest everybody because all of us will have something we can say, this is something I own because it's something I've created or something I helped created. And so this token can help help copyright those objects or those art that belongs to a certain person or that someone has helped created.
Exactly, yeah. With the NFTs, it's quite. There's a lot of genres in cryptocurrency, so you might be interested in one thing or another. NFTs have been around for a few years now, and NFTs were probably the catalyst of the last altcoin season, the last cycle that we had, and you probably came across NFTs 3-4 years ago when it absolutely exploded. And it's true what you said, it's digital art where, like the Mona Lisa, there's only one. And so it's the same with NFTs, there's only one copy of that. Even if you try to make many copies of it, it doesn't matter. It's we have the address on it, so it's like a stamp on it, so to make it quite unique in the space. So that's people that are interested in art, in gaming as well. NFTs now in gaming, that we see a lot. Different costumes, swords, weapons, and things are all NFTs nowadays. So NFTs for me.
And maybe to explain why NFTs they identify uniquely an object. There is you can think about it as a stamp that has been put by several computers that validated the transaction. So if one day somebody decides to change that transaction, it's impossible because several computers are aware of that transaction. So somebody can just come and say, let me just get rid of that transaction. What happened? Because a lot of witnesses are aware of that transaction happening in the past. So that's how we can just explain a little bit NFT in a very simple word.
Yeah. So NFTs, I think, will be here to stay for sure. The next cycle, it's true that the last cycle it was NFTs, but in terms of other crypto genres, what do we have out there that could interest public?
I think when people think about crypto, they think directly about Bitcoin, but I also like to talk about Ethereum because Bitcoin. We like Bitcoin because it's a store of value, right? But Ethereum is also a store of value. All crypto are store of values. Can nuance it also a little bit with meme coins, but most of the crypto are store of values. But Ethereum, what I like, it is also a utility coin. A lot of applications in this crypto world, they have come through the Ethereum project. So we talk about NFTs, but we talk about decentralized finance as well. All of them, they came through a project of Ethereum, and it's a solid project as well.
That's what makes me laugh when people say, "Oh, what crypto is going to destroy Ethereum? What's the Ethereum killer?" But there's so many projects that are built on
Ethereum,
the Ethereum network. I don't understand why people say the Ethereum, but maybe obviously because they've got their own preference. The different coins. Like I remember the Cardano was people say, "I'll go to Cardano and I'll go to Solana or Polygon or whatever." Yeah, for me, I don't know why people.
Yeah, I mean, it's as solid as Bitcoin. It's true. The dominance today of the crypto market is Bitcoin. No doubt about that. But
55%.
yeah, but Ethereum is as solid as Bitcoin.
I think Ethereum's got to the point over the last 18 months, 2 years, arguably the last 4 years of the last cycle, that it's decoupled from Bitcoin now, because we have Bitcoin, then we have alts, or altcoins, I should say, for anybody new. And before it was Bitcoin, just the alts, but now it's probably Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the altcoins. I don't know if you agree with me.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, if you just mean what altcoins are, is alternative coins.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Alternative to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because Bitcoin started, and then after people started to think about other coins, and then Ethereum led the way. And now, as you mentioned, Ethereum has evolved to be like a separate trend altogether.
And if I remember, last cycle, at some moments, Ethereum was leading the way. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong, don't quote me on that, but I think at some points when we had rallies, Bitcoin, Ethereum was pushing up more. It was outperforming Bitcoin at times.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true. Ethereum has evolved to have its complete cycle. I mean, it's true that when we do watch the video on YouTube about the crypto graph, the analysis, mostly the focus is still on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because as you mentioned earlier, Bitcoin has the highest dominance in this crypto world. But I guess Ethereum also now has evolved to also have an importance.
Its own ecosystem.
Exactly. In this market, in this cryptocurrency world.
So keep it in line with like why for this episode, why crypto matters. If we take Ethereum as an example, why do you think Ethereum is special or important in the space?
I mean, for me, it's all the applications that are derived from the Ethereum blockchain. I mean, Ethereum came, and for me, it's as a game changer as Bitcoin was when he first started. Because when Bitcoin started, it was only as a store of value, but then Ethereum came with a different approach. Okay, as a store of value as well, but other applications that could also come from this crypto world. So that's why for me, Ethereum is here to stay. Bitcoin is here to stay, but Ethereum also is here to stay. And then, I mean, for me, for anyone interested in this crypto world, I mean, Bitcoin is a solid coin to have or to buy or to invest in. But for me, Ethereum also is a solid coin to invest in, or a solid coin that people need to look into, because the project is really interesting. What people are trying to build upon this network is really interesting. And then all these altcoins, not all of them, but most of these altcoins are also based on this token. So if Ethereum is to crash, I think that it's almost this whole crypto currencies about to crash. So which is going to happen. I don't think that's happening in the future.
It's interesting. I was just looking at back in 2022, the amount of dApps or decentralized apps currently running on the Ethereum blockchain. Do you know how many back then?
No, I don't have it.
3,000. So 3,000 decentralized apps currently running on, but that was back in October 2022 when it said currently running on the Ethereum blockchain. So I imagine that figure is probably a lot more now.
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, imagine that there are many more that have been added. I mean, the Ethereum network is so used that the gas fee on that blockchain is a lot.
So that leads to another point. Do you think that's a major problem with the gas fees, because people do complain about it?
I mean, obviously, I won't say it's a problem, but it's true that because this network is so used, it makes every transaction on that token, on that blockchain, expensive. it's true. People are thinking about ways to solve that one by to cut the gas fees, but the Ethereum network is so used because of all the application that could derive from that blockchain. That yeah, the fees are very high.
Okay, so that's interesting stuff about Ethereum. I mean, we can delve into that a bit more in depth in another video with Ethereum, looking at the different dApps, the applications on the Ethereum network. And let us know in the comments below if you own any Ethereum, where you think Ethereum is going into the future, the biggest competitor, if you agree that you think Ethereum is decoupled from Bitcoin. So Ethereum, yeah, probably, well, it is the second biggest, I mean, in terms of market cap, for sure. It's been there for quite some time. And thinking of like security, faster transactions, do you have any other altcoins in mind apart from Ethereum?
I mean, the coin that comes in my mind, I mean,
XRP was one.
Yeah, I mean, XRP was the one at the moment, I mean, I guess XRP was the third or fourth before the pandemic. And then they had this court suit in US, and that really, I think, it brought XRP to its knees.
Now it's seventh.
I mean, it's true. After they won this court case, it helped XRP again to regain part of its momentum. But I felt that XRP has not regained its full momentum that it had before that court case. I mean, the coin, I think that has had a lot of growth this year. Solana is probably the one coming to my mind.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Solana has it did quite well so far. I think Solana. What else? I was just looking at the top 10. Yeah, Solana jumped to fifth in the top 10. Cardano still is up there in the top 10. So these are some all-timers with Ethereum, XRP. So each cycle, you'll notice on CoinMarketCap, if you use CoinMarketCap or there's other alternatives out there, the top 100 changes every 4 years. But XRP, Cardano, Ethereum, obviously Bitcoin, they've always maintained in the top 10.
Yeah, and then recently, some of those Bitcoin also, they have also managed their way to be among the top 10.
Yeah, Shiba, Doge, etc. And then we have stable coins on there. So talking about safety and security, because that's what we're like, why crypto matters. What do you think crypto is completely secure, or is there any problems with it?
I mean, I think crypto is secure. I mean, the underlying technology on which this crypto is based is secure. But now, how much trust we give to that security, I guess, is also a different problem altogether. Because this technology is secure as other technologies that we use. I mean, you can ask, is it paying by card as secure as paying by cash, for instance? So I think this technology is secure, that we can use it without even really thinking about this implication in terms of security.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is with, I mean, personally, I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist, but really Bitcoin is the only one that I fully 100% trust, because nobody can take it to court. We think of all the problems with SEC, etc., with different crypto companies. They can take, for example, they could take Ethereum to court. Vitalik, they could take it to court. Probably won't happen. But just Bitcoin is like the one that nobody can actually control. In other words, whereas the altcoins, even Ethereum, you always have like a niggle at the back of your mind that something could happen. I'm not saying that for Ethereum.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
If you get what I mean. Look at FTX. FTX was in the top 10, and just around 2 years ago.
But it's true that also FTX is also a mismanagement for the executive as well.
Yeah, not saying that Ethereum is exactly like FTX, but in terms of how you can like trust the security of something, it's only Bitcoin. 100% that you can say that. Whereas Ethereum, maybe what, probably 99%, 99 point whatever. But the point is, like, if you're an investor or investing in something, maybe diversify. We're going to talk about the genres in a moment, but putting all your eggs in one basket, like look what happened to FTX. I remember one of my students rushed to me, had his money all on the FTX exchange. I let him go early and he lost about 50-60%. And if I hadn't let him go, he could have lost everything. So in terms of security, crypto is very, very secure, but there's some things that...
I think, it's not the technology itself, but it's also
the people.
Yeah, the people and the exchange that are used to have this token. So I guess now it's also the best transition now to talk about the different genres.
So some of the genres, you'll have to let us know in the comments section below which genre of crypto you really appreciate. Maybe if you tell us, we can do a podcast based on whatever genre you prefer. Personally, for me, I mean, we've got many genres. We've got NFTs that we've spoken about. We've got meme coins. We've got all sorts. We've got big data, AI, and gaming. And in my opinion, the narrative of the market, this bull run, when Bitcoin really gets going, way past its all-time high, I believe that crypto gaming and AI, I've been saying gaming on my channel, but I think it will, but I'm just slightly edging towards AI and big data now, because I think we've had some AI and gaming rallies, but we haven't had a massive altcoin season just yet. But I think that AI gaming will be the narrative
The next
of the next market. Yeah. So, but that's just my opinion. I mean, don't go and buy all the coins I've just said in AI or gaming. I mean, most you could just lose 98% of your money if you're not careful. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's also a good reminder to say that, this chat that we are having here on our channels is friendly chat. We are just discussing what we think crypto is and what we think those tokens are. We are not encouraging a certain action whatsoever. So we're just thinking, okay, having this discussion that we could just have in our place, at home, and then we're just sharing our discussion with people. So we're not just encouraging a certain type of action whatsoever.
Yeah, you have to do your own research. The most important, don't just listen to anybody on YouTube. You have a lot of good YouTubers out there, but and they encourage you to do your own research. Again, it's nothing, no financial advice at all. But thinking of one genre is like memes. I mean, memes, you have to be careful, because one day they can go up hundreds of %, and then the next day it can go down 99%. So I think meme coins are obviously here to stay. It's based on what's trending. If we just look over the last 4 years as an example, being in the space for quite some time, we've seen no end of meme coins just blow up within a week or two. And if Elon Musk sends a tweet, then Dogecoin goes flying. Shiba Inu, we've seen that. We've seen Pepe.
Pepe this year,
absolutely crazy. And then you've got all sorts of dog with hats or whatever that is. I think on crypto, I like to use crypto bubbles a lot just to see that in the top 100. We've got, I noticed on there for the whole year, like Bonk, it's up almost 6,000%.
That's it, that.
For the year. Yeah. You've got Floki. And most of the coins that are up thousands of % are the meme coins. So, and most of the time it's kids or teenagers buying them, and it's just in social media, and people just get crazy for it.
Yeah, this is where you can make maybe the biggest gain, but at the same time, this is why you can also lose your whole capital, all the money. So
so it's Russian roulette for me, meme coins. It's good maybe to have one or two. If you have, again, like I just said, not put all your eggs in one basket, but if you are going into altcoins, which most of us are, not just Bitcoin, unless you're a Bitcoin maximalist, then to have diversify, or just stick within one genre, but in that genre of
Have
that category,
different
I should say, have several coins. That's what I do anyway. Is having in gaming in AI is to have several coins in each, and then when I start seeing them move, I move them into Ethereum, into Bitcoin, etc. So meme coins are very, very good, but it's all based on the trend.
I think, I mean, the whole difficulty with this crypto world sometimes is also to know where to buy, where to sell. I think is the biggest difficulty there is one. For some, the way they think about crypto asset is they buy, they hold for a long duration of time, and then after they just decide to sell. And then somebody decide to say, okay, they're just going to do trading with this crypto asset. And then if you're into trading, it requires more time, more dedication, because to know where you go into the market, where you retrieve your asset, but I guess if there is one difficulty about this whole crypto world, this is possibly one. Where you buy, where you sell, but it's true. I mean, you can make a lot of gains, but you can also lose everything.
Yeah, so that's the meme coins that we just spoke about. You just have to be careful with meme coins because there's no utility really with them. Maybe there is with some of them, but most of the time there's no real utility. So in terms of losing, it's a high possibility you lose 99% of your money. That's the reality of meme coins. They're fun to trade if you're doing that, if that's your kind of thing. Fun to hold, but most of the time it's just the trend, and it's usually kids or teenagers pumping the market in that aspect, or Elon Musk. He's a big kid, by the way.
Yeah. Anyway,
so that's the meme coins. I think maybe we can wrap up the video in just a second. We can go into the genre of crypto in another episode. But thinking of why crypto matters, just to summarize everything, what would you say?
I would say it matters because of all the different applications there are with these crypto assets. So we have the money. So most of these crypto coins are for a store of value. But then also you have the fact that some of these coins also they have a utility, which means that they have an application for which they can be used for. You mentioned the fact that some of these crypto tokens they can be used to copyright art, to copyright things that people do own in our physical world. So there is this application, and also there is the fact that this crypto token they can shape the economy as we do know it today. People they wanted to shift from the decentralized finance, and that's what people they thought about this crypto token. And so this discussion about cryptocurrencies, crypto asset, it needs not to be something that only some people they discuss about. It needs to be a discussion that is being embraced by everyone.
And also faster transactions as well. I saw on the news that XRP, just a transaction was like a fraction of a second. And we think of traditional banks can take 2 to 5 days for a transaction sometimes to go through. So in terms of speed as well, it's second to none. It really is. So if we've spoken not about all the genres or categories of crypto, we can go into that during another podcast maybe together if you're willing to do so.
I mean, obviously, yes, yeah. I mean, I was accepted always to have a discussion.
Excellent. And maybe, because today we wanted to also discuss the environmental impact of crypto mining, of Bitcoin, but we can save that for another time.
Yeah.
We have some facts and figures. I think you'll be surprised with that. It's not as bad as what people say. Maybe you've had a lot of FUD about that on the news, etc. But we can talk about the Bitcoin mining, etc., and the ethics of cryptocurrency. So we can maybe look at that next time as well.
Sounds great for our next episode.
So thanks, guys and girls, for sticking to the end. Well done if you've got right to the end of the podcast. Leave a thumbs up if you can, or a thumbs down, no problem. Hit that bell notification so you're notified for each and every podcast that we do together, and also subscribe to Edo's channel, which is
Kid of Kid.
And mine, LLCrypto. You'll find the links in the description below. Again, thank you very much for sticking to the end, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.